First of all, I want to say peace and blessings to everyone out there. You know, we sit down here and we have a Bible discussion. Me and my brother, Kenny.
Shalom, peace and blessings.
Right, and we are looking at something in the Bible. I was listening to a discussion the other day that actually came from some Adventists, and they were talking about Daniel chapter 2. So we're going to look at it and find out what happened. Alright? Read that.
And in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him.
So Nebuchadnezzar have a dream, that he didn't understand. So he might lose some sleep over the dream. Read.
Then the king commanded to call the magicians, and the astrologers, and the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans, for to shew the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king.
Right, so the king in those days, when a person don't understand something, they would have called the magician, they would have called the sorcerers. These are the wise men of the Chaldeans, in what we call the Babylonian Empire. Read.
And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac, O king, live forever. Tell thy servants the dream, and we will shew thee the interpretation.
Just like today, dear, right? You have persons who believe in Obia. They would have actually got to the Obia man, and the Obia man say, listen, tell me what they're going. To show you say them really don't have no power. If you claim that you're so smart and you have, powers, the moment me come to you, you should have insight as to why I'm coming to you. You understand me? So they have no power. They should have known, say, okay, listen, this brother is coming. I'll tell him what I go on, and then that person can actually put him trust in me. But if you have to go ask me, right, say, listen, what is going on? For you to actually break it down, then listen, you have no power. Okay? Read.
The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, The thing is gone from me. If ye will not make known unto me the dream, with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill.
Now check this out, right? The king answered and said to the Chaldean, the thing is gone from me. Did the king forget the dream? No. Right? What the king is saying right here is that I have made a decree, okay, that if you cannot interpret, right, if you can't tell me what my dream, una go dead. So the king is not telling them anything for them to interpret it. The king already make a decree. He already enacted laws to kill you if you can't say so. But in the Christian circle, most persons say, okay, he forgot the dream. He didn't forget the dream. Okay, and we're going to prove it. Read.
But if he shew the dream and the interpretation thereof, he shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore, shew me the dream and the interpretation thereof.
Right, so the king is saying, listen, show me the dream. Tell me what my dream without me telling you. And then we know so you can interpret. This is a wise king. You understand me? This king is very smart. Okay? This king is so smart that the king said, listen, if you can actually tell me something that is in my mind, then you have to can interpret it. Go on.
They answered again and said, Let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will shew the interpretation of it. The king answered and said, I know of certainty that he would gain the time.
So what the king is saying right here, I know for sure you're just playing games, okay? Because the decree that I have enacted, it have a particular time period on it. So you just a waste time till this law that I enacted to kill you, the time catch up. So I can no longer do you anything. Go on.
Because ye see the thing is gone from me.
Because you see that I already set up laws to kill you. You understand that. And the laws that me actually set up have a time period. Okay? Go on.
But if he will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you. For you have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me.
So if the king forget, why the king has to listen, you prepare lying and corrupt words? Why is the king saying that? If he forget the dream, why is he saying that? Listen, you prepare lying and corrupt word. If I forget the dream, then guess what happened? There's no way I can say, listen, I prepare lying word because I forget it. And from the moment you start to mention it, then guess what? You'd have actually prompt me to remember everything. Okay? It's simple. Go on.
Till the time be changed. Therefore, tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, There is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter.
So, these so-called Obia men say, listen, no man upon the earth. Right? Read that one more time.
The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, There is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter.
Right, no man have never done this in history. No man has never done this in history. Okay? Read on.
Therefore, there is no king, lord, nor ruler that ask such things at any magician or astrologer.
Where in the world you go right now, right? And a person go to a Obia man or a soothsayer, right? And I tell him, say, yo, listen, tell me my dream without me tell you. Everyone that we go, we tell them a problem. We tell them, say, listen, we have relationship problem. And then them start to tell us how to solve it. Or what can be done. But if you don't tell them a problem, there's nothing they can do. Only Almighty God can do that. And we are going to prove it.
Starting from the top 10. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, There is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore, there is no king, no lord, no ruler that asks such things at any magician, astrologer, or Chaldean. And it is a rare thing that a king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods of those dwelling is not with flesh.
So even the magician know this. So listen, only the Most High God can do this. Only the Most High God can do this. Okay? Only Him. So when we see like all of these astrologer center pop up all over in Jamaica, and the government in Jamaica is saying, listen, wise, Obia, illegal, right, trying to collect a revenue off it. Listen, it's ungodly. Go on.
Verse 12. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. 13. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain.
Right, so check this out. The decree went forth that all the wise men should be slain. So the king give out the order, say, listen, go out and kill every one of them. Kill every one of them. Read on.
And they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain.
And check this out. Daniel is an Israelite. Daniel is not a sorcerer. Daniel is not a soothsayer. Daniel was just a wise man who the Most High, bestowed knowledge and wisdom upon. Right? So because the decree go out there and kill all of the wise men, them, Daniel was also in trouble. Okay? Read.
Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king's captain, Why is the decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the king known
The thing.
the thing known to Daniel. Slakia. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he went to give him time.
Right, so Daniel went in unto the king and said, listen, the decree is too hasty for you to go and kill all the wise men them. Give us some time. Okay? Give us some time. Go on.
And that he would show the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah and Mishael and Azariah, his companions.
So Daniel go home and link up in brethren them and tell them what really are going on. Okay? Read.
That they would desire mercies of the Most High of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the Most High of heaven.
So check this out. The thing was revealed. The dream was revealed to Daniel in a vision. Okay? The Most High revealed it to Daniel. Okay? Read.
Chapter 2 verse 20. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and the seasons. He removeth kings, and he setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealeth the deep and the secret things. For he knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. I thank thee, and pray thee, O Most High of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me now what we desire of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter.
So the Most High make the dream known unto Daniel. The secret. Okay? The Most High give Daniel insight of the king's mind. Straight in him, the Most High reveal everything. Go on.
Therefore Daniel went in unto Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus unto him, Destroy not the wise men of Babylon. Bring me in before the king, and I will shew unto the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto him, I have found a man of the captives of Judah, that will make known unto the king the interpretation. Daniel 2:26. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar. Art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen, and the interpretation thereof? 27. Daniel answered in the presence of the king, and said, The secret thing which the king has demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers shew unto the king? But there is a power in heaven.
There is a God in heaven. There is a God in heaven who reveal all things. So the Most High God make known unto Daniel the king's matter. Okay, read.
But there is a power in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days, thy dream. And the vision of thy head upon thy bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came in to thy mind upon thy bed.
So here's Daniel revealing, right, to the king the dream that the king didn't tell anyone. Read.
What should come to pass hereafter. And he that revealeth secret maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. 30. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. Thou, O king, sawest and behold a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest still that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken in pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found of them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Sorry.
Exactly. So Daniel actually revealed everything to the king right here. Right? Daniel revealed everything to the king. Okay? Watch this. Continue to read.
Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the Most High of heaven has given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beast of the field and the fowls of heaven has he given into thine hand.
Right. So this part right here we'll break it down another time, but we just want for sure. Right? For those who say the king forget the dream, he didn't forget the dream. You understand? We're going to have to do a part 2 on this one. Right, and just break down what this part is saying right here, but the king didn't forget the dream. Okay, with that we say peace and blessings, you know what I mean, to everybody who actually see this video. Hope it's useful to them, and give a like and subscribe.
Shalom, shalom, blessings Israel.